Oh yeah, we're finally here.
Yeah, that was my bad.
It's okay. It was not too bad. I could have started. On my own. Oh shoot. This guy.
Hello, hello.
Hello, I didn't expect to see you.
Well, it got cold, so the flood stopped.
Okay. There's a bit of a story behind that, and we'll let you tell it here in a sec.
Sure.
Just barely getting started. Well, welcome to the show, everyone, and welcome to the show, Jeff and Chris. Thank you for joining me today.
Yeah.
It is the KotoKai Workbench number 135. That is a lot of Workbench live streams. Did I say that? I don't say that every time, do I? Maybe I do. I don't know. It's a theme. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? Yeah.
Pretty good. Near the end of the week.
It is. It is near the end of the week. I'm just cracking a beer. Chris had some headphone difficulties, but that's easily quelled. I often have technical issues, but Jeff, what was going on your end?
Well, I live in Ottawa, the capital of Canada, and February, right around this time, is what we call Fool's Spring, where we shoot above freezing for a few days. And peculiarity of my house is my chimney leaks. So when it goes above zero, it rains, and it's been raining all day today. So we've been playing the flood game in my basement.
Oh boy!
But
isn't your workspace in your basement?
Oh yeah, it's like. Hold on a sec. Let me. If I can figure out how to do this.
I have faith in you.
How do I turn my camera back on? Anyway, I'll show you later. It's
okay,
like
that's fine.
Right next to my desk is where the flood hit.
Oh, jeez.
But with the coming of evening, the temperature has dropped below freezing, and things have slowed down. Gotten
So what
steady.
the heck happens during summertime? You just flooding every day in summer if it's raining? Or?
Well, it doesn't rain. Well, it's been a problem with this house since I bought it 30 years ago. But since last summer, it's become to the point where we have to do something about it.
Okay.
Yep. The joys of home ownership. I'm just getting into it.
Yeah. Well, we've been pretty lucky because we've been here since 2001, and it's been okay till now.
Well, sorry to hear that. Excuse me, that you had such a day of bailing out, but glad that it's slowed down. Thomas Staten also says that we also have Fool's Spring followed by pseudo winter.
Yes. Well, we call it second winter. And then there's
second breakfast.
Yeah.
11
and then there's my favorite season, which is called mud.
Mud.
Just mud. That's all.
No, that's where it's just warm enough for you to wear shorts, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. Then the fun time starts. The freedom.
There we go.
There you go.
You see that little floor there with the towels?
Oh, yeah.
And the big machine that sucks water?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is my desk.
Canada, man.
There it is. Is that a new designation? Is that like Florida man, but it's Canada man?
It's Canada, man.
Blame Canada.
It's different. I was never much for blaming Canada. They didn't do anything wrong. They're America's hat.
You're Canada's pants.
Hey, nice.
Oh,
very nice.
Oh.
Yeah, and Florida does that mean Florida is also Canada's wang? Because it's America's wang. And if it's in America's pants, or in Canada's pants, which is America, then I guess I think it's also Canada's wang.
Oh, now I'm gonna have nightmares.
Where's Paul to defend himself? He'd be like, "Oh no, I agree totally." Paul's great. Oh, so I have gotten some work done on my little project. It was one of those. This has turned into one of those projects where I thought that I had everything done except for the landing gear, and then I turned it over and it was like, oh no, add all these extra parts to the fuselage and then paint it. And I was like, I already painted it though.
Oh, well then.
What then?
Right.
So I
There you go.
added the parts and I carefully masked them off and I painted them. They're doing pretty good now. I have one little wear spot, but that's okay. I can touch it up with oils when I get to that phase. I'm done. I'm fucking tired. I'm at
Yeah, I know
that
the
point where
feeling.
we're like, oh, I'm sure you do, Chris, where I'm like, just like, I love this model's cool. It's great. It looks beautiful. I'm excited to finish it and have it like fully, a good, nice, excellent representation of the model itself or of the plane itself. It looks, it's gonna be fun. Showing it at MosquitoCon and talking to the old plane heads that are gonna be like, where you come from, painting all this.
The
Which
future.
is gonna be great. Actually, I look forward to it. Yeah, it's just like it's the 11th hour, and it's been sitting on my desk for so very long. So very long. It's been a while.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. How are you doing on? You're done with the high new, Chris. So how are you doing on?
I'm going to use some technological trickery here.
Oh shit!
And let me see if I can do this right. There it is. You guys
Look
see anything?
at here. I'll give you the full screen for that.
So
gorgeous.
we'll do like some close-ups. I don't give a shit, man. There's nothing to hide, baby. There you
Take
go.
me out to dinner.
Take me out to dinner. So this is all done. Finally, 14 months of my life into this thing. It's all done. So you can see some holographic tape, like in those little scopes right there. There's also some holographic tape in those little things right there. The eyes are also holographic tape. You can kind of see just a little bit of the shine right there.
Oh yeah, so nice.
It is all over the place. So yeah, this is finally done. And if you guys haven't kind of been following me on other socials, I did like a very lengthy review about this and the paints that I used. So this is the first time I had used Anchoret paints. So I kind of did like a whole like word vomit of it. About kind of the things that I found with it, what I liked, what I didn't like, etc., etc. And I also talked about this kit, like what I liked and what I didn't like about this kit. I can see you, Z. So there you go. It's all done, man. I'm happy. It's over.
Oh,
And then we're on to the next one, I guess. There you go. So
That's
look
not
at
the same
fucking
thing.
size difference.
That's not the same
difference, man.
thing. I thought that you were only supposed to build the exact same thing but slightly different every time you built something.
I'm gonna build this. I'm gonna build this again, but with abs.
Yeah, you got to give it abs.
I gotta give it abs. It's not a high new without abs. Am I right?
Nope.
Yeah, just make sure that they're blocky and plain as fuck.
You can see some of the- you can
I'm
actually
also
see some of
thinking
the
about
details
adding
into the-
a high new to my helicopter build.
Nice. Oh, you're gonna just strap it on. That's it. The helicopter is now the Wang. Just like
So if you guys have any questions on this, please put them up in the chat. I'm more than happy to ignore you so that I don't have to look at this anymore.
very good, Pabs. Wonderful
Also
work.
weapon.
Oh yeah, it
Weapon.
looks great.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at all that detail. So you could see Seohuya coming through like
Oh
strong.
yeah, man. Big influence on my style right here.
Beauty.
If I zoom in on the man, it's kind of
The inside of the arm?
On the cod piece?
No, like on the inside of the like in between the
wang?
front skirt and the wang, right?
Yeah.
You can see there's detail in there that no one's ever gonna see, but it's painted. I don't give a shit.
It's supposed
It's
to
right
be, yeah.
there. Right.
It's pretty fuzzy.
Yes, yeah, it's very fuzzy and out of focus. This is my phone I'm using right here. You can see right there too, right there. And then some underside detail right there as well. So this thing has like details up, like I said, the wazoo. There you
Yeah,
go.
literally.
Well, who ignored
Literally up
Pabs?
the wazoo.
Is it a
There you
video?
Yes, they can hear you.
Yep.
Ah. All right.
What up?
Yeah, put it on lowercase so
Yeah,
we
I
can,
thought they
I
were
can hear the
having a
sign.
show.
They are having a show, and you're on the show. They can hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
hi,
are having a
Brian.
show. Hi, what's up? How are you doing?
Hello.
Good.
Say hi to Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
He's got Jonathan's
Ready?
face.
I'm a
and then
Super
this-
Saiyan.
No, I want to show you.
Okay, you show him. You show him.
I just got. You remember this old one?
Oh yeah.
I had this old one.
Mhm.
It only does that, and I got a brand new one. And
Oh my.
all the stones blow up, and the stones come off.
Oh,
And when I
good.
wear it, there's finger holes, and look what you can do.
Yeah, you can
Wow.
move it.
You can
That's
move
pretty
the
sweet.
fingers. And this one I need to wear again. There's a stick inside this one.
Uh-huh. Just so you hold on to it.
Yeah. And then
Right.
like you press this and like it just does that.
Yeah, that's it.
And when you
Mhm.
move your regular fingers, this doesn't move.
Mm.
Well, Pabs, he just showed up your Hanu.
He really did. I am very impressed.
much cooler.
Way cooler. It
Two
lights
more,
up
you
and
got two
everything,
more
man.
things to show you. Two more things.
All right. Mm.
You're supposed to die now.
Fancy Z.
Yeah, I gotta get fried. Everyone's gotta say goodbye to me first.
No.
No, they say goodbye to you after you snap.
No, I'll do it.
Uh-oh.
We just lost all the Infinity Stones into the
Better
different
get the
timelines.
Avengers. Better get the Avengers to get him back.
We only
It's
got
time
one.
for it's time for a time heist. Go get him back.
Three.
Time heist. Time.
Yes, three.
Oh. Lowercase Z, everyone. He's here all week.
He's the best.
Oh, he'll be back.
I know. I expect it.
He comes in through the night like a tornado.
Oh.
I was,
Yeah.
looking,
Okay.
I was
Cool.
looking for stones. Who's Greeley? Is that Chooch?
No, that's Jeff.
That's Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, hey. What up,
Big
man?
Zaku
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, Jeff.
Miguel, you missed my
Yeah.
high new, man. I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Miguel.
I'll do it again just for you, Miguel. Piece of shit. Well, no, you're not a piece of shit. I'm just kidding, buddy.
Technically, it wasn't you. It was Zordon Jonlin that said that, or
It was.
Adonis.
Oh man, I gotta do this again. Gotta do all this shit again.
Josh says, "The LOL, the Infinity Stones."
Wait,
eat
before he
themselves
starts, put it back on lowercase Z.
Oh,
Put
sure.
it back in
there you go.
lowercase.
Boom.
Oh, that's cool.
This is Tony's stuff.
You're Tony Stark? Or are you?
Ah! That's pretty
I
awesome.
charge you.
All right. Last thing, and then you gotta go. Okay, buddy?
Oh, I want to show them what.
Show him that your helmet, other helmet. Come on.
And this is my helmet, the Iron Man one. Okay.
Iron Spider.
Iron Spider.
Oh yes.
What does the Iron Spider do?
Iron Spider? I can't take off the thing. Well, I can do. This mask is way more better than Iron Man. You look
Yeah.
at it.
Oh, yeah.
Activate and kill.
The activating instant kill is my most favorite part.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay, go get your last thing so the show can go on.
Oh, Baba, can I sing your laptop?
No, you gotta get to bed. They have school. They're off of school tomorrow.
Ah.
You can stay early.
You can stay up late.
Uh,
Okay, are you done?
no.
Oh, last thing. Last thing.
From Moana, I got the heart of the 50.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what that is.
No,
It's
me neither.
the Heart of Tafiti from the Disney Moana movie.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
I
out-
just
I'm
want
old man.
I wanted to hold it for 100 years.
100 years. Okay, now go play.
Awesome. Thank
Say bye.
you.
No. Say bye. Yusuf, say bye.
Bye.
Yusuf, bye.
Bye.
Man.
See ya.
Man, it's
Here we
so
go.
awesome to be a kid now. Like I'm so old.
Yeah.
We had like 12-inch GI Joes and
Which is
really
actually
early
pretty
Star
cool.
Wars toys.
Yo,
and
we
that's it.
Which is also
in
really
my
cool.
generation, we didn't even have GI Joes. We had something called Action Man.
Action Man.
Action Man, the greatest hero of them all. Yeah, that thing. Man, it was great. But here you go. I don't know if Miguel's still here or not. But like, I finished the high new, and I'm not afraid to zoom in and shit, man. No edits. It's great.
It's out of focus
Finish
right now, so that's a plus.
Yeah, it's hard, man. So this app that I'm using can kind of focus, but not really.
Oh, yeah.
I have to kind of manually focus it, and it, every time I move it, it's like it gets out of focus.
Mhm.
So yeah, Miguel, if you're still here, man, like it's all done. Finally, I learned everything from you. You heard it here. There you go. Where? Where, you fucking liar? Where?
I feel like that's heavily inspired by a different builder. Dude makes some killer stuff. Spits a lot. Killer stuff.
He says, "Damn, that looks heavily inspired by one Gunpla Noob." It would be if I didn't start first. So yeah. If anything, I have receipts of you asking me questions. Piece of shit. Right? That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's the background, because obviously the background you can see some purple LEDs, but in this camera for some reason it's very purple. But like in photos I take, it's very blue. But in person, this is really more accurate to what it actually looks like. So there you go.
LOL. Kyle. I'm with Kyle. Those pictures were all touched up. Photoshop big time.
I fucking wish. You guys fucking wish. There you go. That's it. I'm done. That's the last time I'm showing that thing ever.
Right. I don't believe that for a half a second.
It's getting shipped this weekend.
Oh, then I believe it for all of the seconds left until the end of time. Which is legit. Hey, Super Dad.
Yeah.
What are you working on?
Oh, I thought you never asked. No. A little some that they call the Zulu. This 135 scale U.S. Marine Corps AH-1Z. This is the latest version of the Cobra helicopter used by the Marine
See
Corps.
what year was that made, man?
The model kit or the actual helicopter?
The model kit.
This is actually a newer model kit. I'm gonna say it's probably about 3.5 years old.
Oh,
when
that's not old
this
at
mold
all.
came out. Yeah, so this is very new. And I don't know if anybody else, maybe a couple other companies make it, but Academy is the one that everyone goes for because it's like the biggest scale, 135.
Right.
And it's absolutely awesome. Now watch this. This is the only reason husbands exist.
I feel your fucking pain.
You know, I was actually talking to Devin today, and he was talking to me about like rappelling and like coming down to Utah and like skydiving, and him and my wife are exactly the same. Zip lining through mountains and cliffs, jumping out of a plane, no big deal. And you see a spider, like, oh shit, like you lose your mind,
Yeah.
So my value in my marriage is basically to keep my wife open jars and bottles and
Spider free.
Get
Keep
rid
the
of-
house spider free.
Wild. Awesome.
Yeah.
Glad to see you
But
building
yeah,
something.
But yeah, that's
cool.
what I'm working on. I'm gonna throw some paint on it maybe tonight, tomorrow. But this is my my build. It's been coming along great so far. So
It's huge.
it's
I mean, it's a fairly small helicopter in reality for what it's worth, but yeah, it's a big model, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
This thing shares 85% parts with the Huey.
Oh.
So that's the only reason it kind of exists, only because they were like, how do we take the same old thing and make it a little bit, we'll just give it a different arrow shell and modern weaponry, and boom, you have the Zulu. So that's my fun fact.
Paul's got a little dig here. He says another thing that husbands are for is getting things off the top shelf. Well,
That's
maybe not for
me.
every husband.
That's not me. I'm only 5'6". She gets stuff off the top shelf for me.
That's all right.
My eldest is 19 now, so he can open the jars for her.
Sweet. Jeff, want to talk about what you're doing?
Sure. So the big Zaku, 90% of the printing is done. There's a few pieces that either I've broken or I had trouble with. This is sort of an overview of the pile of parts.
It's huge.
Yeah. And most of what we're doing, and there's most like stash number 7 right there.
Nice.
Let me switch. So it's all sanding right now.
Mm-hmm.
The feet are done. They're sanded and primed. These are many of the parts for the legs, but not all. And it kind of sits like that.
Are those 1-inch squares?
They are.
Okay. Just so that the audience can get an idea of scale.
I can go get my portable drill and put it in the frame.
Yeah, I showed that to my homie that does construction. It was over helping me change the door, and yeah, he was like, "Whoa, that is huge." I said, "Yes, it is."
Yeah, and I mean the legs are the largest parts, and they're really turning out to be the biggest pain in the behind for sanding.
Right.
I don't know if you can see in here. There's kind of a low poly kind of texture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
See it there.
I can totally see it. Yeah.
I've been trying to get rid of it.
Sure.
I was working in various 3D modeling programs trying to remesh these guys, and I couldn't find a tool chain that worked consistently or well every time.
Okay.
So in some parts I have gotten rid of it, and others I just resigned myself to sanding.
Are you doing that all by hand, or do you have a sanding machine, like a tool?
I
of
have
sorts?
a Proxon machine that I do use.
That's like the Proxon's like a rotary though, isn't it? Yeah.
Well,
it's a vibro. I got you.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Especially on this part here, which is the side of the leg.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, like there's a hell of a lot of low poly kind of weird texture.
That's wild.
Oh, you're giving me flashbacks to the Apex kit. Oh.
And this resin that I use, a frozen resin, it's great for some reasons and it's not great for others. It's great because I've been dropping parts all over the place here and I've only broken 2. So it's a very strong resin. This is probably about halfway sanded, and that's like 4 hours work.
Wow.
It's like starting from 200 grit, 180, 190. And I think this point here we're at, I don't know, 3 something.
You say you were wet sanding this, Jeff?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I have my little linty cloth.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it gets too much in the crevices, I throw it in my ultrasonic.
Oh, sure.
Nice.
And then when I'm all done, I'll throw it in the ultrasonic before I prime it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good gravy.
You see these little divots?
Yeah.
Those are from the supports. Yeah. Well, this whole surface here was all divoted out. So there's no filling. I have like some of the resin and a UV light. So I just fill the holes.
Smart.
And sand.
It's the easiest route, honestly.
It is because you don't have to wait for it to dry or cure or whatever. But it's the same hardness as the other stuff. So it's it's just as difficult as
it's sure. But it's
Yeah.
the same material too, so you're getting like a good bond. It's like patching resin with patching resin with resin. You're exactly doing that, yeah. Like any of the stuff that I
this
pour.
part needs a lot more work, right? But it's part way there. I was hoping to get the legs done this week, but I just haven't done it. I haven't been able to do it.
Dude. Yeah, it's hard.
I honestly think you've done a pretty bang up job of getting rid of a lot of these polys.
Yeah.
For
Mhm.
sure.
This one has the polys. I mean, this one only has enough sanding to just highlight that the polys are there, right? And they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're identifying the problem areas and you are isolating them, and then you're fixing them up.
Yep.
You're-
I
you're in the thick of it.
I go with the sanding until I'm so bored I just set it down for a while, and then
I respect that.
I come back to it. Yeah. So that's Big Saku.
Sick.
I mean, I've got some resin to show, but I can do that later. Like, are we gonna have resin news this week or what?
Well, good question.
We will at some point. I didn't need to answer a question somebody was asking me earlier. Who was it? Thomas. Thomas Tan is asking me what I'm going to do with the Helios. So, Thomas, that Helios is for Zach Aurelius's and USA Gun Store's battle log competition. It is it's just a quick repaint. Nothing too major. A couple of scribe lines here and there just to bring out some detail. The whole point of the competition is to just take that kit and not really do anything major to it. I mean, you can't even use like styrene sheets to add detail. So it's just a quick repaint. I'm not doing anything too special with it. Just kind of do my thing and call it a day. Just a quick project before the baby arrives, essentially. So yeah, that's what that's for. Oh, and then I think it was John Lynn said she's working on the Apex. It was a really fun build, and she's having a blast painting it. Show me what you've done to my baby.
Nice.
Show me.
Here's another question. Which file is better for removing nub marks, glass, or metal? That is completely up to you, but I like to go for, depending on what it is, I like metal files, personally. I have glass files too, but I like my metal files. They're predictable. They're just as easy to clean. I mean, glass files are easy to clean too, but I've used metal files. It was like the first tool I ever learned to use when I was a little kid. So I kind of get stuck on it. But I think it's really up to taste, right? Wouldn't you guys say?
I'm in agreement with you, Brian. I also am a huge fan of metal files, just due to how coarse they can be and how fast you can get rid of some marks. I mean, especially with some of the things I do, like with resin edging. That's when they've costed the piece and there's like a little bit of extra flash on the edge of every piece. Metal files really take care of that so quickly and so efficiently. I don't have to worry too much about kind of clogging them up or anything. They're nice and abrasive, and they're really easy to clean too. So yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. I saw something up here I want to pull up. Greek Nekos was talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Says, sorry late to the stream. When the OpenSea's NFT thing popped up, I went and filed a copyright infringement for stolen art, but they won't actually open a ticket since I don't own any of the images.
Oh,
so
wow.
the folks haven't already filed a complaint with them for stolen art. They'll need to do so themselves.
Gotcha. So yeah, so if anybody has any images they used and that Gunstagram account that was selling those images as an NFT, you'll have to claim it yourselves. You can't have other people claim it for you since those images aren't theirs. They can't.
They can't make a claim on it. They don't have property. Right. I don't think any of my shit was trying to be stolen. I don't think the only one it was the Kshatricorn. That was the only thing that ever went up on Gunstagram and whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to make it out of my face, but
he was he was posting almost every build of mine until I called him out for featuring metal builds. Like, is that what we're doing now, or just showing off metal builds? Not built things. People took a photo. And then Miguel is asking, how's the progress on the dynamis? Miguel, so the dynamis, all of the pieces have been washed and brushed and are dry. I'm just going through now and fixing up a couple of spots before I do my first layer of surfacer to make sure everything looks good. And then I'm back to modifying the pieces to be able to house some of the wireless LEDs. So that's kind of in progress at the moment. There is also another project that I haven't said anything to anybody about. Not even these guys know about it, but we'll keep them
Is it-
quiet. There's also don't show that. You can't show that on YouTube.
Yes, I can.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, there is another project that I haven't spoken about, but it is from the same company, Miguel. So you probably know what it is as soon as I said that. And then there is one more project that these guys do know about that's on its way, and that thing is almost as big as a twin tower. Officially, is almost as big. Maybe 2 feet smaller.
Oh, is it the thing that Manny's got too?
No.
No. That's
No. Something totally different. I think I know what you're talking about, though, Pabs. This is something we talked about for briefly one evening.
Yeah, right.
Which is
Like
legit.
roughly after a stream. Yeah. So it's on its way.
Yeah.
He took photos. I was like, holy shit, that's massive. I want to work on it. So
I got a mind like a steel trap. No, but that's tight though. Awesome. I'm hyped actually, and that's cool because I'll help you like look for reference shit, and I'll send you scans of my books and stuff that I have on it and stuff like that too. If you're hyped,
please
to do
do.
it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
That's gonna be great.
I will do nothing to help you.
We'll pull in.
You
There's
never
other
do, man.
resources too. I know a couple of kids that are over here and over there, that are pretty into that stuff too that we can pull from. You know them too. They are friends.
They are friends. I'm going to tell you something, Babs, that no one
Yes.
ever told you before.
I'm
And
ready. Hit
I'm
me
going
with
to
it.
quote a great film that everyone should study if they haven't already. It's
Uh-oh.
called
Okay.
Going to
John-
the Menace to South Central while
Drinking your juice in the
drinking a
hood.
juice in the hood.
God damn it! I thought you were gonna say John Wick. I literally, honestly thought you were gonna say John.
And the words of wisdom are, in this world, Babs, if you can't swim, you're bound to drown.
Well, it's a good thing I can swim.
And if
To
you
drown.
fall, you better pick your punk ass back up.
Nah, if I fall, I usually just fall asleep right there and then get up and then wake up and be like, oh, I gotta get up now.
You got to push the medic alert first.
Oh man! All right, well, I'm gonna take a second to show y'all what I've been working on.
Yes, please.
Hit us with it.
I'm gonna switch my camera here. There you go. Can zoom that in a little bit. Looks good from there though.
Brian, I can't see what you're working on. Is this John Cena?
Is it a Yacht Mirage?
It is not a Yagd Mirage. It is a Shakak Mirage.
Oh, of the Israeli kind.
Yes, of the Israeli kind, exactly. Yeah, coming along real well. All the little doodads that I added to it. This is where I had a little bit of rubbing when I on here. You can see it's a little bit darker, but that doesn't really matter. All the little extra bits are all on there. The colors all matched. As you can see, there's a little bit of hot spots of gloss clear, but that's fine because it doesn't matter. The whole thing's gonna get matte coat in the end. I'm not really trying to. I want to try and make the top as smooth as possible because it should be, but I'm not super duper worried about irregularities on parts of it. Got my color match on my let focus. Why am I not full screen? God, I suck. Here we go. Here, we'll do that again. Here's the. As you can see, I got a pretty good shine. It's a little uneven. There's a couple of inclusions in there. It's really tough. This house is fairly dusty, and I got cats and shit. So
I noticed it immediately.
Oh yeah, no, I know, man. I know.
Fingerprint.
Yeah, no, there's no fingerprints, but there's like a hair or something in here, right in the brown.
Can't believe this farce.
Can't believe this farce. Shit. Oh man, you sir. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the
serious question, Brian.
Yeah.
Serious question. What are your key takeaways from this build?
From this build?
Yeah, from this build.
Let's see. A more modern kit is way better than a much older kit. So the kit that I built directly prior to this was from 1991. Is a very old kit. Not as old as me, but that's fine by a long shot. But this one is from, I think this is from 2003. So 10 years makes a shitload of difference. No, 2010, even more recent. So 2010. Yeah, 20 years. Huge difference in just like ease of assembly. But it's also a very simple plane too, because it's just a delta wing. It's pretty straightforward. It doesn't have like a bunch of nuanced aspects. I'll run into those when I build the F-15. But what am I going to take away from this, I guess, is I don't know, man. It's just a generally enjoyable build. Nothing bad, nothing like crazy. I learned a little bit about playing around with colors, but you always learn that every time you paint something. So, yeah, kind of just the general thing.
Cool. I'm glad that you had something to take away from it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I always take something away from my builds.
Always.
I think I'm going to take Johanni's advice and do a mirror as the base for it, so that the judges don't have to like try to pick it up and fucking break one of the little bits and bobs off the ends of it or around it. So.
I really like the color and the camo scheme for the Israeli jet.
Thanks, man.
Makes me think of a modeling subject you don't see very often, because Iran in the mid 70s got like 70 Tomcat F-14s.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Some of them are still flying.
Yeah, without any support from anyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing. And when they were at war with Saddam, they had like a ton of ace pilots flying those F-14s.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't see them done as a modeling subject very often.
No, I actually and it's funny you say that, because I recently just saw Tex, like I want to say a couple of weeks ago, kind of post someone's build of an Iranian F-14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, you hardly ever see one of those. Like, no one wants to build that specific color scheme.
I'm pretty sure that's why she posted it. Like,
Yeah.
because you rarely ever see it. That's cool, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I realized something that I take away from this build. Oh, here we go. Is that I take away that here we go. Here's your aluminum on the inside. That's that Moto spray consistency aluminum over their black, and then the color match with the highlighting. Is to read the fucking instructions all the way through, understand the instructions all the way through. And the thing is, I thought that I was. I really honestly thought that I was, and I wasn't.
Ryan, it's RTFM.
Read the fucking manual. I get it, man. But like, seriously, it makes every fucking sense in the world to look through the instructions like deeply and look at how all the parts are going together, especially things with options, because you're gonna maybe it ends up having to. Another thing that I learned from this one is build the ordnance and put it on the pylons and paint that shit, and then put that on the plane. Because right now I have pylons.
Guess who also didn't learn that lesson?
Yeah, I have pylons painted on the plane, and I've got ordnance, and now I have to glue them together. So I had to figure out how the fuck I was going to paint my ordnance with it not on something that I could put a clip on.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Shit.
And it's funny to say that too, Brian, because if you can see this part right here? Boop. Yeah. So that little part holds the entire rotary part of everything. And I glued all this together last night and then realized I never put it in. I skipped it because I wasn't looking at the instructions. I was like, yeah, I know how these parts fit. And this was a bitch. And of course I painted the interior all black, so you can't see exactly where the little peg round goes in. So I had to use my hobby knife to kind of grind it in there, and then just feel my way in to make sure that part goes in. So yes, at least once review the manual.
Just a quick glance, man. Just a quick glance.
Yeah.
We do have a question from Miko Pla. He says, "What's a good beginner-friendly top coat brand to run through an airbrush?"
Oh.
Oh yeah, we just talked about this in the podcast. It's called Future.
No.
God, no.
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 Why are you spoiling things from the podcast? It's not out yet.
Oh yeah, that was a little tidbit, a little
Oh,
taste,
you're
a little taste.
terrible. No, I definitely say I just call missing chunks of instructions my ADD. Interesting, Jeff. I like Mr. Color for
Mhm.
something you're putting through your airbrush. Mr.
Mhm.
Color and Mr. Leveling Thinner together mixed properly, which is usually like 1 to 2 or 1 to 2.5, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, that stuff's great. One part of the thinner, or not thinner, one part of the clear coat, sorry, and then 2 to 2.5 parts of the thinner. Sorry, need to make sure.
So you, I've answered this question before, and then their response was, I don't really want something, or I don't really want a clear coat that I have to mix with a thinner.
Mm.
And my response to that is, at some point you're going to run into it, so you might as well learn to do it. If you are not confident in mixing paint with thinner, if you feel like you might be putting too much or too little, just what's the right way to phrase this? Keep trying. Don't spray on your piece immediately if you don't feel confident that you have your
spray on
mix
this.
correct.
Yeah.
Don't spray on the
There
face.
is a way to
Yeah.
use Mr. Color and not have to thin it. You just decant the spray cans.
Yeah,
Which
Those
is
are just what-
pretty thinned, but
Yeah.
it's
That's what I do.
gotcha.
Yeah, so Miko, the easiest clear coat to really mess with is Brian's right. It is Mr. Color's clears. I find that they're, in terms of their selection, their best use is the UV cut ones. So the gloss, the semi gloss, the semi matte, and the matte. Those have the quickest drying time too, even with Mr. Leveling Thinner. So you can kind of handle them within about 15 to 20 minutes after spraying.
This being a bastard.
So I would say I would go for those if you can. They are regularly in stock in a lot of places, so you're not going to run out of them anytime soon. So yeah,
It
use
won't focus.
You'll get there.
There you go.
You'll get there. There you go. Yeah, I actually recommended this to Brian, and he has not stopped using it since.
Yeah, no, it's the best. I remember when I first used it too, I didn't mix it right, and I got like crazy spider webs. It was nuts on my Regal of all things. And yeah, right. And the way that I fixed it in the end, because I just it was the chrome underside of the torso part, and the way that I ended up fixing it in the end, after I talked to Pabs and Tim and some other people on Mechanism, I was like, I don't fucking know what I did wrong, and they told me, and so that was great. But I just went in with just with the thinner on a brush very lightly, and then brushed those spider webs, and everything laid down flat. It was psychopathic. I think I got really lucky because I didn't take any of the chrome off. I didn't take any of the other stuff off that I put on underneath that. But I was able to lay down all of that heavy shit. Got lucky, guys.
Yeah, despite having the webbing, you had like a protective layer on top of your chrome already, from your first kind of blast of clear. So you had that protection a little bit, but yeah, that was a good save.
Yeah, dude, I got lucky. I'm not gonna lie. I don't recommend anybody doing that.
Yeah, Mikabla, they are lacquer based, so just take caution with all paints, even acrylics. Just be wearing a respirator and spray in a well ventilated area, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Here's another piece of advice for you. Don't be afraid to pull shit off after you've glued it, because
What are you doing, Z?
you can always glue it back on.
What are you doing? Why? What's
I'm gonna
happening
break
here?
So there's this tiny little piece
Uh-huh.
that
Right.
needs to go literally in this space right here, and
What did you use to glue it? Did you use cement or did you use super glue?
I used this stuff.
You
Okay.
use cement. You can always apply a little bit of cement to where you applied it before, and that will
Yeah.
loosen the joint slightly.
Yeah, the good
So-
thing about this one is there are 4 little kind of guides
Uh-huh.
to glue back it on, a post, I should say. So,
Sure.
and I only literally glued the posts. So when I rip it off, it's not going to do any damage except for where the posts are, which you're never going to see once I glue it back on.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
yeah, but it's fucking
Sometimes it happens. Yeah. Don't
happens.
bin it. You can fix it. Don't bin it. If you run into a catastrophic thing to a model, if you think that it's seriously effed, it helps to put it in a box and put it on your shelf for a year.
Yeah.
And then pick it back
1
up
year
at a later
becomes 2, and 2 becomes 3. And then
whatever it
That's right.
takes.
That's right.
Whatever it takes. And then come back to it at a later time, because there's a chance that you might be able to save it or you might be able to correct it. So don't give up.
Never
I'm
give up,
okay with shelf queens.
never surrender.
What's this? Since 1987. Oh, is this the Jesus Christmas?
Wow.
this is the kit that the new Extreme Squad kit is based off of.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the OG.
So this is the collectors, and then I just got the Extreme Squad. And I'll probably build that one.
Yeah. The Studio Reckless were fucking masterclasses at what
Oh.
they did.
They're wonderful. Just the presentation and work that's been done in the Extreme Squad kit is amazing. Like the metal stand, the instructions are just stunning.
Jeff, if you I don't know if you ever looked at Extreme Squad's Weibo, but they went through the process of showing you what they did to improve this casting, this molding, and the added details that they went through, and it is like as good as Studio Reckless's was. Like Extreme Squad, just like they were like, yeah, let's take this up like maybe another level or so. It's
I haven't seen that, but having gone through the kit, I'm going to pull it out and show you guys. It's just stunning. Just give me a sec.
It's gorgeous.
Paticake says, I like this all-clad flat, but I think I'm going to switch back to UV cut. All-clad is very easy to work with, but it can get very testy depending on your environment.
Yeah, I had mixed results with Alclad.
Yeah, like if you are spraying in a very cold environment, all-clad takes a very long time to dry. I remember using it a couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago at this point. I used their semi gloss on a kit, and it took about 4.5 weeks to maybe dry to the touch. I was like, man, this
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna use Alclad, if you are gonna use Alclad clear coat, I suggest you go for the non-acrylic one or the non-lacquer one. The one that's spelled with a K, clear. It comes as a cloudy substance and then it clears up when you paint it. That one's a lot easier to work with.
versions are fine.
Yep. They're the same scale. It's this, effectively the same kit, but the packaging is so much better down here. I'll just quickly open this up, and you can see kind of photocopied instructions. It's got some nice decals. And then everything's still on the sprues per se. But the casts are really good. I mean,
Cool.
There's nothing wrong with this kit.
I think they're gates at that point.
Say again?
I think they're gates as opposed to sprues.
Yeah.
Like the
Well, I
plumbing
thought the gates were the parts that connected the sprues to the part itself.
Team Reckless are one of the pioneers of literal gatekeeping because you get to keep the gates.
Well played. Well played.
Thank you.
Where these guys, they've done some work. I mean, you still have to take off the pore marks, but they're all been taken off of those gate sprues, whatever you want to call them.
Whatever.
And the packaging is much nicer.
I could make the same joke again, but I'm too nice for it. So please continue.
This is the metal base.
See, this is one thing I really like about Extreme Squad. Everything that you need is in the fucking box. Like with Ujao Land, man, you have to buy the base separately.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. The
Why?
stuff is, I mean, it's expensive hobby, right? Resin. Why
Yeah,
nickel
yeah.
and dime us?
Right.
So
Yeah, that's sexy.
yeah. Let's see. Whoa.
Decals on the lamb.
Decals and
And
photo
photo.
etch.
PE too.
Yeah.
Nice.
And here's the rest of the metal base. So the little stand parts. I don't know if you can see
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they're swanky.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Got
Yeah.
some screws. Screws.
Of course, you screw from the bottom. They're all hidden.
And the manual, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, you know what? I've seen better, I've seen worse, but this is a fine manual.
Sure. Yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah.
Actually, that's really nice.
Yeah.
For renderings and stuff in there. That's good. I hate when like the border tank that I did, the leopard that I put together recently, it was like that where they used the computer stuff, but they just had like the arrows didn't exactly go to the right spot all the time. And some of the stuff was like not properly rendered or whatever. So it was kind of hard to tell what the fuck was going on in a couple spaces.
Yep. And in the Reckless kit, the barrel is one piece and it's warped, and which is fine. You know, you just do it. You just work with it. But
Yeah.
now that I know CAD and I have the printer, I could probably print up a nice barrel.
I remember reading Extreme Squad's post about that, and they explained why they didn't make it one piece. Yeah, they went the other route.
Yeah,
So
there's a 3-piece. And it's probably because you'd get a cast that weren't as warped. The parts checking on this is like stunning. Like the picture here. Let me just hold that up like that.
That's
So
gorgeous.
this is more a credit to Masagan Hobby, Nick. He's the guy who goes through these and does all of this. Yeah.
Oh well, then
He's
all
very good at
kudos
this.
to him, because it's just like parts checking took like no time at all. Right.
Killer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's easy.
And then these fragile parts here, that's like blue tack, protecting the little bits that could break off.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really good. What else did they do? One other thing they did is the big tanks. The Reckless kit have they're like halves that come together.
Oh no.
And that would be kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But these are tubes, and then these guys here are little nubbins that go in the here to connect the tubes together.
Sick.
Yeah, they're really nice. And here's the barrel parts. Those are the barrel parts, and they're straight and true. What else? This part of the weapon, the ridges on it here, in the Reckless kit, it's warped like really bad.
Oh no.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the right part. In the Reckless kit, this piece here is two parts, two halves that come together, and it's pretty badly warped.
With one bitch of a seam, eh?
Yeah, but this is all one piece, and it just looks amazing.
Hell yeah.
Your 10 thruster bells.
Nice. I am familiar.
Yeah. You can't really see, but there's detail inside. It looks really cool.
Sick.
Yeah, so that's it.
Bitchin'.
So that's it for show and tell.
Hey, that's great. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. What's up, Manny? No chopsticks for the popcorn, Manny? Come on.
Come on.
I'm fucking
Come
with you.
on.
No, do what you want.
Should I do the chopsticks?
You don't need to do
I
a
don't know.
damn thing.
You know,
I'm gonna
today
get a
was
glass of
crazy.
water.
at
I'll be
work.
right back. Yeah.
All right.
Please tell.
No, basically, no trains was going in or leaving Stillwell. Like all 4 train lines were locked down because of a signal problem.
What is a Stillwell?
Stillwell train station.
Oh, I've not been to New York. I don't know.
Well, then you need to come. We'll show you a good time.
My wife said
But
the
the
same
only problem is you're gonna have to forget your diet because there's too much good food.
Can't.
Because we're gonna be eating chopped cheese every day.
If I fall off that boat, man, there's no climbing back on, man.
No, you're definitely resilient. You'll bounce back.
That's what I said 6 years ago.
Yeah, you bounce back 6 years later. Just take time. Everybody has their own timeline.
That's too
Yeah,
long.
it just took you some time. That's all.
Took a little detour. The road less
Yeah,
traveled,
basically.
you know?
It's a
2
little
yellow woods. 2 yellow
Hey, Craig.
whatever roads and a diverge in a yellow road. Yellow woods.
Like Holland.
Whatever.
Can somebody please explain to me where Paul and Julio are today?
Julio is doing his bing bong shit.
He's bing bong shit.
That's bing bong.
Mhm.
What's a bing bong?
And Paul said that he has work to do outside of work.
Yeah, he's doing some Dark Souls shit. And I know Paul said that he had a pretty crazy day. He got to finish up some reporting or some data shit and whatever.
I've
Yeah,
noticed this about
it's a
Julio.
backup.
Whenever he gets obsessed with a video game of some kind, he neglects his friends. What a piece of shit! Am I right?
Rough on you, eh?
Eh? The fuck, Julio?
Hey,
Broken hearts. You broke my heart, Julio. You broke my heart.
he's like Fredo. That's true.
Mm-hmm. How's that build going along, dude?
Oh, bro, what's it?
Broke it.
Come
He
here,
already
look.
broke it.
No, look.
You
See, I did a little bending and I got the pieces in. I got them in.
Good job.
Every time he breaks something, he comes up. Look at the motorcycle.
Yeah.
That's
The only
still
thing I'm
broken.
not happy with about this kit is, and it may have been because I haven't built a helicopter in over 2 decades. But where the jet exhaust, this piece here is 4 pieces, and there's really no, it's not Gunpla. There's no easy fitment shit, right? So you have to just kind of line it up and glue it, and it didn't line up perfect. So there's definitely parts of it that are going to be kind of uneven, which is fine because I'm just building this for me to get back into the, kind of the swing of things and just having fun. So it's fine. Once it's all painted up and hanging from the ceiling, it's going to look fucking great.
I agree.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
You're in it for the game.
For the game.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
That's right.
Was that was that like an authentic sticker or something you were showing there, Jeff?
Yeah, the Reckless Kit's licensed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Now, Jeff, were you the one that was working on that 3D CAD?
Oh, yeah.
How's that going?
I finished all the mods I was going to do on the Big Zaku, so I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out.
All right.
Just prepping and getting ready to paint.
Yeah, he showed it off a bit earlier. You'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
That's okay. I'll watch it later after this.
Did Julio get bit by a snake? Nah, snake's called Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
He's cramming for Elden Ring like it's a test. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. This man is all over it. He's like, I mean,
I can't say that I'm not at least mildly at fault because I was like, hey, Julio, let's play Dark Souls 2. And then we like mainline Dark Souls 2 in the matter of like a week. So
surreal.
kind of started it. And then he was like, oh, now I want to play.
So I spouted all of that bullshit maybe 2 minutes ago. But right now, Horizon is downloading Forbidden West. So I may be MIA for a little while as well.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I got to get my download also.
Oh, yo, man. So, PlayStation servers are fucking, like they are very
Swamped?
much over capacity. Yeah, like it's taken me. So I started downloading it about 10 o'clock this morning. It's still downloading.
I'll wait then. I'm not in a rush.
I'll wait.
I am still downloading. What the fuck, man? What up, Craig? What up,
What's-
Craig?
Yo,
Craig.
what up, Craig? And everyone else. Yo, what up, Colin?
Colin and Craig.
Colin Craig and Craig Fillenberger.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a Saturday Night Live guy, right? Craig Collins. Wasn't that Saturday Night Live guy?
I have no
Colin
idea.
Quinn.
The only
Colin
The-
Quinn.
the only-
Colin Quinn, yeah.
the only Saturday Night Live I know of is Adam Sandberg. Is that
That's
in
it?
SNL, right?
Adam,
Yeah.
Andy? Or
Andy
Adam?
Samberg.
Andy.
Adam Sandler.
Andy Sandberg. Am I combining them? I thought
Yeah,
Andy
yeah.
Adam Sandler.
was also
Yeah.
SNL, right?
Adam Sandler, yeah.
I
Andy
combined the two
Sandler.
of them.
You did.
Andy
Yeah.
Sandler.
Andy Sandler.
Look at this. Look at this. This is
That's
what you
quite
call
the collection.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is what you call the resin flex. That's what's going down right here.
Yeah, I went on a little spree of collecting these hard to get kits. They weren't
Yo,
cheap.
That's
Nice.
That
course not.
full armor Gundam right there from C3 AFA is. I've only ever seen it 3 times, and you are the third.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a very rare kit.
It's not really fun to like. It wouldn't be fun to open and show in a video because the parts are really small.
It's a tiny thing.
Like
Speaking
it's-
of resin, we should do some resin news, right?
We can do resin
Hell
news.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's normally sized, but I just wanted to say real quick that I've been really enjoying drinking like water that is just loaded down with slices of citrus. It has just been amazing. I have been trying to pump fluids as much as possible
You up?
Bump.
that aren't alcohol because I drink way too much booze.
Now, speaking of a health kick, I don't know if you guys noticed, but while my camera was on earlier, I was wearing the T-shirt that I couldn't fit into when I bought it at SNGMC. Just letting you guys know, I now do fit into it more comfortably now.
Is this going to be
Congratulations.
the new flex trend?
You guys know what he's doing, right?
Forget builds. We're
This
just
has
gonna
been-
flex below.
A topic for a couple of weeks. He's just prepping all of us for his OnlyFans. Hey guys, look at my shirts. You want me to
Listen,
see me without my
Prices are
shirts?
mad expensive.
I'm not one to talk about personal shit, but like I took a shower, right? I looked at myself. I'm getting the V cut back because like when I was younger in my early 20s, I had that V cut in near my waist, and that's coming back. And I was like, oh man,
Nice.
it's coming back.
You take a shower once a month, whether you need it or not.
I only take a shower when there is an R in the day's name.
Days ending with R. No, I'm really proud of you, Pabs, man. It's tough.
Thank you,
Yeah, it's
man.
great. Yeah.
It's
I'm-
hard.
this
Man.
year
I hate
I'm
every
totally
moment. I really
Yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
every moment, and
Me too. I miss cake.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is, right?
yeah, it really
I,
is. but
I actually have a physical scheduled for the first time in like 6 years. I have no idea how long it's been since I've been to a doctor. So yeah, so I'm excited to go and see what kind of shape I'm in or health wise to get my blood work done and see what's going on and make sure that I'm fit enough to actually try to exercise this year. Do some running, get back into that. I used to run a lot throughout my, all of my youth and high school and college years. So I'm more sedentary now than I've probably ever been in my life. And that is weird.
Stop sedentary. All right, Terry did nothing wrong.
If I could build the treadmill into the floor, I would.
That
That wouldn't go well.
We bought one of those like portable treadmills. Like they're very small. That you can fold and put away. That's been a really nice thing to have in the house.
Nice.
I mean, it doesn't take up too much space, and when you want to use it, you just take it out, pull it out, fold it out, bam, bam.
You can fold it and put it right underneath your bed.
Wow.
It's very nice.
You know what I recently discovered through the magic of Instagram is
What?
have you guys seen these bikes that don't have pedals? Like they have the treadmill that makes the bike go forward.
Oh yeah, I've seen
So
that.
you just
Yeah.
walk on it and the bike
A
goes.
long time ago. Look at that.
Yeah, I finally saw them and I'm like, that thing is the dumbest, coolest idea ever. And I want it. I'm like, that would be so much fun. And you would get exercise. And it's like walking on one of those moving sidewalks. You know?
Yo,
Yeah.
I would squeeze as much fun out of fucking working out as possible because I've always hated it. I've always hated working out, man. It's always just been something you had to do and not something you really want to do. And Kyle was right. It does take 30 days to make or break a habit, and that's all I really had to do was just kind of push myself to get it done for 30 days and then push it again and keep going every 30 days, because. And if something as stupid as that invention makes the workout fun, man, then I don't think money is an object. Just fucking buy it and make it fun.
You know what makes it easy and fun to do too, and this is very whatever, but doing it with people. Like I got into working out before with like my football team,
Hey, sure.
and then the Marine Corps,
Hey,
right?
Dougal.
You always just kind of went with like a group of guys would go work out, and we would be fucking around and also working out, having a good time. We were there for like 3 hours a day, in the morning and at night, and it didn't seem like work. You were hanging out with your friends, you know, but also working out. So if you have a partner, like if you can take Laura, obviously when the situation is different, it becomes a lot.
Gonna be a while.
Yeah, it becomes a lot easier to do.
Oh, hey, Johnny says, evening Gunpla Model. There's no Gunpla Modelers here, man.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm building. I'm just cleaning up.
There's no
a bit.
Gunpla Modelers here.
Z, thank you for that Gatling gun, man. This is definitely going to come in handy. No,
That does not look like a Gatling gun to me.
No. That's the
that was the
chain
ammo
belt for the
housing.
Gatling gun.
Oh yeah, man, dude. You know, and you're welcome, by the way. It's crazy that I love you, man. Like I would have never given that shit to anybody else, but a small group of people that because it took me forever to find that fucking thing myself, and I don't even
I gave it to you. I gave it to you.
No,
you gave it to Manny.
No, not that one.
No, that's the one. I gave it to you, and you gave it to Manny.
No, the one you gave me is a resin one.
No, I gave you the plastic one, and you gave it to Manny.
Stop, Pabs. I don't think so. You're making me lose my tiny little pieces.
So okay. Do you not remember me giving this to you? I gave it to you at Kinokuniya when we met up. I gave you the plastic one because I didn't need the second one anymore. And you sent it to Manny.
I don't remember what I fucking did this morning. So no, I don't remember.
I'm wondering who's spinning who up here.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not
it very well is. I'm sure it's true. Like between Pabs and I, like we've exchanged all kinds of shit at random meetings and hangouts.
Yeah, he's like, here you go. It was in the back of your car. Right here.
Yeah.
You can have this one.
What up, Doku? How was Kino?
Let's see here. So, how's everyone doing tonight? We're doing all right, Johnny. We're doing all right. We're tired.
Hey,
everybody's tired.
There's Johnny. Who's Johnny?
Oh, and I just read Ricardo's.
You read John Carter?
Can you show me a front profile, Manny? I like it, but it feels kind of detached. You know what I mean?
That's the point. It's supposed to be like armor plating.
It's not bad.
Or swing it up to the front.
It's a little big for the front.
Yeah. Well, it's just a bunch of kit bashing stuff I was doing.
What are you using it for, Manny?
This the ninja sisters.
The the kunoichi.
Dude, Miko, man. Dude, I keep forgetting every day, bro. Let's see. I literally forget shit. Please message me tomorrow. Because I'm actually going to be leaving my house to run normal errands other than dropping in, picking up my kids. I have like 5 things that I have to, they need to go to Amazon that I haven't returned for over 2 weeks. I need to go to storage, grab that void for you, and ship it out. So please just message me first thing in the morning, and I'll grab it from storage and literally get it out to you.
Nice. Very nice.
So are you guys ready for some resin news, or is anybody else going to show anything before I?
Let's go.
Real quick, I just want to say to Johanny, to Strider, yeah, I'm going to MosquitoCon.
Same here.
I'm trying to get Julio too. I bought him a fucking 48 scale Revel Hornet to put together for it, so he does something different than the robots.
Oh,
Man, if you can peel him away from video games, then yeah, go for it, man.
Working on it. Oh my god, I saw Jeff for a second. The rare sighting.
I thought that was Adam from Tested.
Damn close. Looking great, Jeff. God dang.
Savage. That was his last name. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
amazing.
a lot of sanding gonna happen here. All that texture here has got to go.
Oh yeah.
See, at least you know where your texture is. So a lot of people don't even realize it when they post shit on the
Jeff-
internet, thinking it's
Jeff, how do you feel about the lack of a midriff on this kit?
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it does look derpy in the waist for sure.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right? This part I actually redesigned from scratch to get rid of the texture on it. So
Yeah, all the
there's-
artifacting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
yeah,
Absolutely wild. I love it.
it's gonna be huge.
Gonna be. It already is.
I mean, you know,
Can't see the horn. There you go. Now you can see the
There it
horn.
is.
yeah.
That's a big bitch.
Yeah.
It's
Holy
naked.
Oh, and then the LEDs.
No.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man, that's gonna be so bright.
Yeah, at some point I
Wow.
got to figure out the programming for those lights.
In this configuration, it reminds me of the fucking what is that AI from 2001: A Space Odyssey?
How?
Hal?
Hal, thank you. I can't do that.
Hell.
Or I can't remember that guy's name now.
I can't open the pod day doors, Al. Or Dave. Sorry, Dave.
Dave, that's it. I can't do that. Dave.
Davey.
Okay.
Sorry, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the LED array.
Brian, is this the kit that I'll be
This is
entering into
crazy.
MosquitoCon?
Wait a sec. Yes,
Hell
that's
yeah.
the one that I bought for Julio. Yeah,
Yeah, skill
He
level.
ain't gonna build it.
it's better.
Julio's not a skill level 5. You can't do it.
Oh shit.
Not gonna
Kill
build it.
Gotcha. That's ridiculous.
Very nice. That's a
Figure
lot
out
of
which
resin
button.
right there.
I had to figure out which button to push. Jeez.
Yeah, I never mentioned that. It's 8 kilograms of resin.
So far.
And I haven't done the weapons yet.
8 kilos. That's like 17 pounds or something like that.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
17
Johanny,
and a
I
half
won't
pounds?
be coming to MosquitoCon this year. Last year, I nearly died on the way there and back.
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah, that's a negative.
No.
That's a
If
negative.
you're, Z,
In
if
the
you're
words-
coming from
even if you're-
MosquitoCon, you drive to my house the night
Yeah.
before and you
No,
stay
listen.
at my house.
Yeah. If I do
And then
decide
even
to
if
go
come,
you
Yeah.
even if you were planning on going, I would have stopped you.
yeah, if I do come, it'll be a flight.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be a flight, and I'll stay for like a month and a half.
Month and a half.
Between Brian's,
At
Manny's,
Brian's house.
and Julio's place, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm good.
True.
Crash at Doku's maybe for a couple
Yo,
nights.
what-
Hit up
What
somebody
wife?
else.
What kids? Okay.
I'll hit up Squee.
There you go.
I'll
Bounce
be
it
like-
around.
Well,
I feel like that guy from a Half Baked, the guy on the couch. What
The
day
other
is
Julio.
it?
The other
Sunday?
Julio.
Yeah, exactly. Juliones.
Yeah,
Why don't you
Julio,
guys
yes,
just go in
yeah.
on Sunday and rob them? Yeah, that'll be me.
Right on. All right, Pabs. I think you can
Yeah, go for the
get
resin.
ready to do the news.
All right.
Yep. You go for it.
How do I turn my camera on? Here we go.
Dun, dun,
All right.
dun, 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 dun,
So the
dun.
first one we'll talk about is we've shown this off before, but then they're showing off the packaging for the How You is it Odyssey or Odysseus? Odysseus Gundam? The Penelope.
Odysseus.
The Odysseus?
I think it's Odysseus.
Is it Odysseus? But yeah, they're showing off the packaging now, so that means this is imminently coming out, probably within the next like maybe I don't know 3 or 4 weeks. This is just for the base kit, right? So it's not for the chicken armor or anything like that. It's just for the Odysseus itself. So don't
Wow.
expect to have like any of the like that, right? Because that's still all the plastic. I'm guessing that's probably going to be a separate kit. But if you guys like the Odysseus the way it looks, but it's a little, obviously the HE is a little plain looking. This is more or less a detail up. It does add a little bit of height to the kit, but not all that much.
Interesting.
So if you guys like this, talk to your local resident crack dealer and
Crazy, because
check
see,
it
I
out.
have the Penelope. Right, I
Mhm.
won that at GBWC, and I like the Odysseus, but I do feel that it's a little plain. I saw a really great build up and customization of one in a HLJ from oh shit, where are you from? I think it was April of 2019. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was sick.
So you can actually see right here how much height this thing is how much height this thing is adding to the Odysseus right here. So this is a completely resin piece right here as well as this one. So I think it's adding maybe 5 millimeters of height. So it's not like a huge amount, but it's enough of a difference where the legs don't look like they're stocky or anything like that. Because I think that's one thing that I could say about the Penelope with or without its armor is that it's a pretty short legged kit, but everything else is kind of off proportion, which is kind of the thing with Hathaway's Flash stuff. So just a quick update on it. I mean, like I said, if you guys are interested in this, and one of its biggest selling features are the weapons that come with it, because obviously the Penelope didn't really come with anything of note or of substance. So it comes with a shield, it comes with this rifle, a whole bunch of things that you guys could attach and make it look a little bit cooler with or without the armor. So there you go.
Actually,
All right,
Z, I was
so-
wrong. It was the model graphics from August of 2019. So model graphics, that's the one. Sorry. They turned a master grade Verka new into the Odysseus.
Ah, gotcha.
Wow.
Okay, so
Did it
next
have
one,
abs?
Oh,
does it have abs? No.
all of them, all the abs.
So next one made the rounds a couple of days ago. So obviously we didn't do resin news on Tuesday, but this was announced on Tuesday. Not kind of announced, but the prototype was shown off the SH Studio 160 scale Zaku 1 sniper type. Kind of showing off some of the colors and the proportion changes a little bit different from their other Zaku variants. This one's a little bit skinnier, a little more streamlined, not as top heavy as the others, right? But it does come with this very substantially big sniper rifle, which I quite like the look of.
I have a question about this kit.
Yeah.
So I found a pre-order on Taobao on the SH Studio store. Is there an idea when it's going to be released?
So from my understanding, this isn't a more imminent release. So they're just waiting to completely distribute the bottles for their wholesalers. Once that's released, this is the next thing in line. So once this is done, then once the Barbatos is done, then it's this, and then it's then they're going to continue work on the wing kit that they're working on. I think it's either the Sandrock or the Death Scythe, one of the two, one of those 160 scale ones, because that's what they're planning.
I want this one bad.
This is a very nice kit, man. Like I've from what I've seen so far, and I know a couple of Asian builders have gotten their hands on this quite a lot sooner than others, and it looks very pretty, man. Like I really like the look of this thing.
Why do they gotta be Asian, Paz? Why you gotta get racist?
Because they were Asian. There were a couple of builders in Asia. They were Asian.
I have their goof and I have their flight type, and this one is just turns me on in a way the others don't.
The goof is their weakest kit, in my opinion. Like the goof is
Yeah.
like them trying to figure out what it is that they're trying to get aesthetically, and then they kind of get it kind of right with the flight type. But now I think they're hitting their stride with this, the Dom, the other Zaku's, and now the Barbatos that's coming out. So they're starting to kind of understand what it is that people like about what they do.
Mhm.
So this is an amalgamation of that. So this is
Yeah.
excellent. So if you guys have the money and the resources to pick this up, I would highly recommend you do. I mean, look at this backpack, man.
Johanny's asking how much it is.
Jeff, how much did you pre-order this for?
I didn't pre-order it yet. I don't want to pre-order through I got to use a buying service, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just trying to pull it up here.
Because I believe the recommended price was around about anywhere between 180 to 250.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's definitely in the same range as what the Goof flight type was, which is around that.
Yeah. So without
Speaking
any kind of the markups, anyway. Yeah.
Right.
What's the
And
scale
it
on
needs
that?
it's full resin, right?
It's a
No,
conversion.
it's conversion.
It's converted for the PG. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, if I get this, I'll probably sell the Goof and the flight type.
Sure.
I predict
kinda just
Pab's
wanna
going to
sell
do
the
one of
goof,
these in the future.
I wonder how you know, Manny. I wonder. So yeah,
because
so-
you're lingering too long on it.
So this is very nice. I mean, this is an awesome looking kit. I love the colors they used on the production
Right.
prototype here.
Yeah, there's an option on the Taobao store to buy a pack of like 13 color paints for this kit.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of what they advertised in the first image. So if I go scroll back up again, here's the color range that they used.
Yeah,
That's the palette.
So
Interesting.
that's the palette.
I like that burgundy, like that deep
Mhm.
red.
Yeah, at the bottom there is beauty. Yep.
Yeah. So so if you I like the look of this. I mean, a lot of people I think this is calling to their aesthetic.
Yeah, that's
I would
sniper's
say
beauty.
I would say skip like some of the spots that sell it here out in the West really mark up the price on this thing, man.
Mhm.
Like they did with if you guys remember the Dom a couple of months ago, man, that thing has just gone up in price ridiculously.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get it.
Any Western sellers. If you guys go to a middleman, whether it's Sugaroo or another seller that goes straight from Taobao, you guys get a less marked up price. You get a fairer price. I would recommend that. This thing is gorgeous. If somebody out here builds it, please send me photos because this looks fucking cool.
Nobody's going to send you photos. You're going to build it and send out photos. Stop it.
I don't have this kit.
You get it. Watch. Stop it.
you can build it for me, Chris.
Shit, I would if I would. I would if given the opportunity. But okay, so real quick then. So on to Taobao. Not Taobao, Weibo. Who is this again? Fucking the 51? No, not 51.
Not the Heiser.
They're showing off a little bit more of their who is this? I can't remember who this is. Model Bingo. Thank you. There we go. Model Bingo is showing off a little bit more of their giant AOZ. I can't remember the name of this thing.
Whatever that thing is, yeah.
Whatever this thing is.
That's insane.
So yeah, it's a very big kit. I mean, obviously they don't have the LEDs kind of figured out right now. It's all you can't see it in the image on screen because it's kind of cut off. But it's like all the wiring is at the bottom here where my mouse is. It's very kind of out there. So this is still very early days, but it is big. It's fucking huge. I like it. I like big things. That's why I hate this Helios. It's way too fucking small. So yeah, there's no release date on this yet, man. They're just kind of just showing off what they're doing and kind of what they're up to. And yeah, if you guys like Advance of Zeta kits, and you have the money again, this is something to keep your eye on.
I like Advance of Zeta kits, but I don't like that. I mean, it looks cool, but I wouldn't want to build it.
Okay.
I don't know, it looks like a coffin.
Next up, we have so this is an interesting one. So this has been out for a while, but they haven't
Interesting.
announced the release, right? Yeah. So this is a conversion for the Messer. This has been making the round. So somebody so I can't say his name, I guess. This was just one guy kind of building a Messer, just kind of messing with it. And now it's being made into a conversion. It looks cool, man. The proportion changes are nice and I think on point, and it's something that the original Messer was lacking. But I have no more information on this other than it's being built or it's being developed.
I like the way the
That's
shoulder traps look on it.
yeah. Is this the Commander type? I'm looking at it now.
Look at that. That thing is like bulky.
Yeah, I think it's the Commander type, right?
Yeah, it is slightly different.
Yeah.
So
you can see some of the
obviously the
differences.
shoulder armor is dramatically different, but
Yeah, the shoulder armor,
the
the
lower
knees. I mean, he shows you the differences in the knees here. So
yeah, the lower
You
legs.
could-
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. It's like actually right over the screens, the corner of the screen. I can see mine in my case.
mm.
Crazy.
So yeah, this has been making its rounds for a little while, but they've been quiet. But I figured I'd talk about it just because I think it's a cool. Because I haven't seen any kind of Messer conversion out in the wild at all. So this is something different, something kind of cool. So next up, we also have. Let me see here. Okay, so I talked about this. We talked about this how many months ago, man? Like September, October. So the 51 is finally has finally opened pre-orders for their new dome kit, right? And there are like 4 variants or 3 or 4 variants, right? So this one is obviously the dome itself, which is right here. And then on top of that, you get 2 additional weapons. You get the bazookas, the rifle, and then the grenades, right? And then another one is the base kit plus another rifle and the bazooka, the grenades, and then the last one is all 4 of them, so the whole thing. So there's obviously different prices. You'll get certain amounts. They cost. This one, obviously the one with all the accessories cost more. But this is available to pre-order. It's ready to. It's been shipped to some wholesalers. Who knows when they'll decide to release it. The 51 has not been particularly open about talking about when it's going to be released, but it should be kind of soon. So who knows?
Yeah,
we'll see.
those goofy pricing models just turn me right off. I'm not interested
It's
at all.
very goofy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, so on GKM right now, this thing is $550 for everything, right? So that's three DOMs plus all of the weapons, right? For the rifle, and the 2 grenades, it is 183, but you only get 1. And then for this pack right here, it's 197. You get 1 DOM, one RPG or 1 grenade, 1 rocket launcher, and then the rifle and the grenades. It's I think it's a really silly way of doing it. I think you should just either sell the base kit and then have the weapons sold separately, or just do the base kit and then all of the weapons. But don't do like three of these plus whatever. Like it's too convoluted and too fucking
it's crazy.
Yeah, because a lot of the resin buying I do is impulse buy, and the harder you make it, the less chance I'm going to pull the trigger.
Makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so this is, I mean, it's a cool looking kit. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this thing has been in development since maybe late 2020 or mid 2020. I want to say, or even longer than that. So it's nice that it's finally coming out, but like I think they're marring the release of this by doing this very convoluted way of releasing it. So hopefully there's an easier way. Hopefully once this does come out, they'll be like, oh shit, this is getting a little too much. Let's find a way to sell this in a simpler way. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's resin news.
The looking at that trope and reminds me that I need to finish mine.
Yes, you do. You really do.
Yeah, whatever happened to
that? Wasn't you and Paul doing that?
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there. We see it. Hey, oh geez, all the way to the ceiling, just like me.
Right next to the Zaku Warrior, dude. I don't have much room for kits like I used to, man. At the spot in the sty, oh man, the kit storage I had there was nice. I had like in house, I think I had like 60 kits, something like that.
Yeah, but you had high walls, man.
Yeah, we had 11-foot ceilings in that place. So
Mine is 12 feet, and like I'm almost at the top. I'm like 3 kits away from
See?
hitting it.
yeah, mine are now 8 feet. So
Yeah,
I had to
that's
cut parts off of my my display, or not my display, but my system here to make room. I used to be able to fit fit a deep striker on top of it between it and the ceiling in the old spot, and here I can put a kit on its side if it's this tall.
For me and Z, everything is a tall ceiling.
Oh,
But
let's see. Oh, it looks like Doko's taking off. Have a good night.
Woo.
I'm tired too. I got up early.
Yeah, you're not. Man, I am on almost on step 9, and I'll be ready for pints. The pints.
The paint.
The pints. Yay!
Pickety paints, pickety paints.
Which is gonna be pretty fucking simple on this thing. It takes it's 2 colors, not 3. 3.
It's what you want it to be, man. I just went through Pinterest the other night and made a whole new folder of interesting aircraft like colors, like patterns and shit. And I just like went down a little rabbit hole and started saving a bunch of stuff to paint, especially because I was thinking about the F-15. Because there's that one. I think I shared that one tiger stripe one in the Instagram chat.
Tiger stripe.
And
yeah, no, this thing is actually so like I mean it's light ghost gray and it's dark ghost gray for the entire fuselage, and then all detail painting is basically all those blacks and chromes and all the other shit.
Sure.
But yeah, I thought about making it all black. I was like, should this be like all black with some red accents, like in Ronin style? But like, I'll keep it to the original. Take some liberties.
It could be if you want it to. There we go. Oh, good. I hate photo etch levers. They suck.
I won't do it. Yeah, I won't do it like that. And like the tiny the brake pedals and shit. Like
I mean, yeah, I'll
especially like in a 172.
Oh, sure, no, not 172. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm working on 48 scale, quarter scale right now, so it's not that bad, but it's pretty fucking small. I have to wear my 3x magnifiers.
I bought one once. I've never used it in my life.
Maybe you should.
I should, because as you guys have seen me, I'm like,
dude, I know. Saves you like getting up into it. Plus, you can just see.
Yeah. The photo etch on here was pretty simple, actually. It was all on the outside. Yeah. But they did give me the photo etch, man.
Can I tell you guys something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead.
No.
Life
It's like a
is like an airplane. I think.
You never know what scale you're gonna get.
What do you?
Yeah, life is like an airplane. No, I'm thinking about it. Life is like a lot like an airplane. Here in Duckburg.
Oh my god.
It's
Duck blur.
yeah. I saw the mystery.
And
You guys skipped way too far ahead, right?
DuckTales.
Race cars, lasers, and
Airplanes.
Airplanes.
Yeah.
It's
Duck blur.
That's in your head now.
Aren't they doing a reboot, or aren't they making a show about Darkwing Duck or DuckTales?
They're making.
No,
a
they did
movie
DuckTales.
for Chippendale.
Yeah,
I know they're doing
that's the new,
Chippendale.
that's the new thing. Yeah, but Darkwing Duck's
With
supposed to get a
Andy
reboot.
Samberg.
Is he gonna be Monterey Jack?
No,
Adam Sandberg. Oh, the sanding.
Oh yeah.
You got to get that D 400 inline.
Or the Miguel Union.
Jesus.
Oh, I love this tool. Roxanne.
Dun-dun-dun.
Here in Duckburg.
Yeah,
Race
that
cars,
was
lasers,
so great.
airplanes.
So great. Gizmo Duck, Darkwing Duck.
Blathering Blatherskite.
Blabber and Blatherskite. Blatherskite. No one ever says that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't believe that for half a second. That's what that is.
That really was a great show.
Sure.
Yeah. And Tailspin.
I love Tailspin.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. I own all of Tailspin.
I
That's-
love.
yeah,
that's-
So do I. I ripped Tailspin is on my external hard drive. All of it.
Nice.
I just bought it on. I just bought it from Bezos.
Jeff Bozo?
I ripped
Yeah,
it.
I
ripped
bought it
it
from
back in Pirate
Bozos.
Bay. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I want
Tailspin.
that.
Ooh. Oh, I love that plane. I wish somebody would make a model of that seaplane.
Oh. Of
That-
Baloo's
man.
plane.
Like when I think of like seaplanes, that's literally the only plane that comes to mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The danger.
Damn.
Has to
Behind you.
There's a stranger out there
left behind you.
What you do this? Shut the fuck up, man. Get out of my head. Oh my god.
I'll tell you what.
Perhaps this is
It
the
is.
earworm guy of the night.
It's stuck now. Jesus. Now I gotta watch some episodes just to get it out of my head.
Now I'm in a rabbit hole of looking for Zaku's on eBay. They
Why?
are
What
expensive.
about perfect grade tacos?
Yeah.
Julio has one. Fresh in the
good.
box.
That's
He
good.
ain't gonna use it.
He's not
He
gonna
gonna
use it.
build.
You never know. You never
He's not gonna
know.
build. He's gonna be doing video games for the rest of the week, month, the rest of the year.
Bloodborne.
This is much more down the road. I have so much shit to work on right now. I don't need to buy anything. I'm just looking.
That's what I said. Excuse me? What did you say? No.
Hey,
What did you say about my mama?
Julio's not playing video games. He's out.
He's on a date.
He's
Is he?
Oh,
He's gotta be. He's at some crazy place that looks like he's about to get killed at.
what?
Why he's throwing axes?
Well, I mean that's most of New York City.
Yeah. Well, say no more. Say no more.
Bing bong. Yeah, he just put up a picture of some random place with trees and borders.
No,
of pipe and
that
shit.
is how you go out to eat in the city, man. You go and you sit outside
Yeah.
in the
In the
bike
rain.
lane or the bus lane in the rain in a shanty, huffing carbon monoxide.
Yeah, but this one is a really weird looking shanty.
No, dude, that's what they look like. Yeah.
Really? All right.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
all the shanties out here when the restaurants took over the street were pretty classy.
Dude. You know
Yeah.
how expensive it is to run a restaurant in New York City? It's
Oh, I'm sure.
insane. And this stuff was like not meant to blast. It was
Right.
built to be taken. They intended on it being taken down very quickly, and it's just been like, nope,
Yeah.
no soup for you.
Mhm.
Yeah. New York City is all like Pakistan. Motherfucker just take over shit like it's theirs, and that's it. Let's call it a day.
Mhm. I agree.
Oh, he's
Ah.
hanging. He's there. Oh,
What the fuck am I missing?
he's look at the
Yeah.
chat. Look at that shit, Jeff. That's insane. He's just going through, working on it. So much time.
Hmm.
So much time. This one's good, but it's different, right? Because it's linear, so it's like in line, whereas Jeff's is like it vibrates this like on an axis, 9 degree.
Are those tips interchangeable?
Yes.
Mine are.
Yeah.
Oh, Pabst does it too. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to
Yeah,
grab that.
Pab does a Miguel Union too.
they're keyed as well. So
Alright.
that, and then in the end of it, then it's keyed. So then you can like, depending on how what you want to sand, how you want to do it, you can change it.
Mhm.
So you could flip it upside down if you need to like hold it like this and push it
Yeah.
out or whatever to sand, whatever.
I needed that tool to build my gun.
I haven't even opened this thing yet.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are all the little extra pads. Yeah,
But
Well,
it's
next
too
time
big
I'm
to
on a
have it.
toolkit, maybe I'll look at that one.
Mhm.
it's a good one.
Because I
Man,
impulse
how-
buy tools too.
Oh yeah, that's kind of par for the course, I think, at this point for a
Not
few
re-
of us.
Not recently.
They're cool. Well, yeah, I do a bit. It comes with these like little burrs too. Yeah. You got the. You get it all? Did you get the 200 or did you just get the 4 and the 6?
I got the 200 somewhere.
Nice. That's what I
Um,
use the most of. I shit you not. Is the 200.
Yeah, it's because you're going for the rough surfacing stuff.
Yeah.
This thing has been a blessing.
Yes.
Blessing.
It is. It's so much of a blessing. It got its own drawer,
Nice.
Mine just hangs out.
Very
and
nice.
not a little drawer either, like a big drawer.
A big boy drawer?
Well, I mean, I have
Hangs out.
3 sizes of drawers on my hobby desk, so it's the biggest size.
Listen, you have a house, man. Don't worry. You'll be fine.
You see my house.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I love it.
It's a little,
Very
a nice little
homely.
bungalow, tiny little house.
Yeah. I dig it, man.
Me too. It's good. I'm looking forward to springtime. And
And I was just about to say, Brian, it's that time.
yeah, we started a little bit late, but we're gonna finish right on time. Anybody want to give a shout out to where people can find you, what's going on, or we're just saying good night because we can just say good night.
I'm trying to think if there's anything to shout out. Please check out the Salty Robot on Instagram. He
yeah.
did just release some information about the Cerulean Project version 3.
Yes.
That is starting pretty soon. There is a lot of new information, so don't just expect it to be the same info as last year's stuff. There is now, just to help him with costs for the book and stuff, there's like some new stuff. So please go through and read that because it's very important, especially if you're planning on joining this year. So please go to his Instagram account, read it.
Do you guys know the color palette this year?
To be
To be
determined.
determined, yeah.
I know. It's really good.
See,
It's a
Manny
good
will
color.
tell you what it is. You just keep quiet if you know.
Oh, Manny.
Manny, you got that chair for me yet from your sponsor?
Get
All
on,
right.
yeah. Get
Thanks
on.
everybody for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Good night.